Nigga said we need jury. Jury ain't never been a problem, man. I've been wearing jury since I was 16. But my thing is, you ain't called your bro Jimmy on me? You really don't want no problems. And remember, this a battle of verses, not jury, my man. Bring your rhymes. I don't care about your shine.
What the fuck is good, y'all? It's Coffee. Tapping back in with another one, man. Memphis Bleek telling Juelz, we ain't worried about your Juelz, your shine, right? He's been doing the Juelz jewelry thing since he was a youngin'. That's old news. He's worried about the rhymes, right? As this whole versus debate is ongoing. But I will say, Bleeks chains that he was rocking there, those pieces, is pretty dope. Pretty fly Juelz that he's rocking, right? I believe they say warehouse on him. I don't know if that's Bleek's label or whatever. I see he's got an artist that he's pushing. He's got him all over his page. Huey. Comment if y'all have tapped in with his music, if it's dope or not. Leave it in the comments. It seems Bleek is very high on this artist. And, a lot of people forget that Casanova 2 Times was actually Memphis Bleek's artist. He had a pretty successful run until he found himself in this situation behind bars, locked up in the feds. As we know, YSL, Gunna, Young Thug, they got the RICO thing going on, but Casanova found himself in that very same place just like a year ago or whatever, man. I hope that does not become the trend. Rappers, labels, cliques getting hit with these RICOs. This is a discussion we've been having a lot as of late. That's a whole nother story. But back to what we're talking about here about Bleek and Juelz. He said you called Jimmy on me. And listen, I haven't been keeping up all on this, to keep it a buck with y'all. That's why I need you guys to get in the comments. But basically, he's talking about a battle, a versus battle with Juelz Santana. And that seems to be the big debate lately. We know Juelz was on Drink Champs, and his name's been back trending again. He's trying to go hard with his cannabis brand, The Baby. Y'all see he's pushing that everywhere, trying to get the brand awareness and all that. I will say that's some, I don't know. I don't quite understand why he picked a zombie baby, you know what I mean, to be the face of his cannabis brand. When he was on Drink Champs, Nori, he definitely had the baby there with him. As y'all see the footage, he has the baby everywhere he goes, which is what he's supposed to do to get this brand up off the ground. But Nori was like, when I was doing my cannabis thing, the consultants or whoever, the business people told him, nah, stay away from anything animated. That looks like you're trying to sell the bud to the youth. That's not a good look. But hey, Juelz did what he did. It is what it is. But I just don't quite understand the zombie baby thing. You know what I mean? And I don't know. Is that I'm not a weed smoker. I share that all the time with y'all. But is that is some weed that have you like a zombie? Is that the pack that, people want to smoke? I don't know. I'm truly asking. But while he was on there, they definitely talked about Dipset getting washed by the Locks at the versus battle. We all know that was ugly. It was just a mess, man. We've been over this before. They made Dipset look silly. We seen the Locks come together as one form like Voltron, and Dipset was just all over the place. Juelz got the bandana slapped off his head. It was ugly. And somewhere along the line after that, the whole idea of him getting a second run at a versus battle has, become the topic of discussion. And I mean, I know he definitely wants to redeem himself when it comes to the versus thing. And I'm fucking with Juelz. You know what I'm saying? I hope no one gets the picture by the commentary that I gave or whatever that I'm dissing him. We fuck with Juelz heavy. He's dope. He's a fly artist. But, everyone seems to agree Juelz kind of fucked his career up. He has 2 dope albums, From Me to You, What the Game's Been Missing. He's on all kinds of Dipset mixtapes and everything like that. But all in all, his career stalled out. And we've been over this. We know he was sipping the lean and popping them pills. Even had a few of them things with him, when he left that bag at the airport that had the jump off in it. And a side note as well, every time I look at Juelz, old people, when they have dentures or whatever, when they don't got them things in, like their lips get all flucked up and discombobulated and mouth just be having like, I don't know, what is it, like stretch marks? You guys know what I'm talking about when someone's missing their teeth. We know Juelz lost his teeth, and he got them fake ones. And again, I'm not trying to knock him for it. I'm just saying every time I see him, I see that. Like, I'm like, you see Juelz kind of has like them lines in his ish, like not stretch marks. I don't know what the fuck you call it, but every time I see Juelz, I'm just like, damn, man, it got that bad. He lost his teeth. But back to the versus thing, it'd definitely be good for him to get his name back buzzing. You see Dipset's trying to get back on tour. They got a Dipset Friend and Friends tour, something gas tour. You know, he's trying to get back, you know, get that momentum back behind his name. Comment if y'all think it's too late or not. But everyone's been talking about what's the better matchup. You know what I mean? Juelz and Bleek, or Juelz and Lloyd Banks, okay? I've talked about on this channel a million times how dope Banks is. He's the truth. His career kind of took an odd turn. You know, that's a whole nother story and everything. He's got a dope catalog. We all know this. But everyone's been kind of shitting on Bleek catalog and Bleek as an artist, you know, and always Bleek's kind of just been looked at as Jay-Z's, you know, homie, Jay-Z's number 2, Jay-Z's sidekick. I don't know, but I actually fuck with Bleek's music. Like, I see some people in the comments talking about, you know, who's got the better catalog, who'll be the better matchup for Juelz. Don't sleep on Bleek, okay? Memphis Bleek was fire. Of course, is that your chick? It's all right. Y'all remember that one, I Get High, rolling down the I-95? That joint he had on one of his later albums. The joint with T.I. and Trick Daddy, Round Here. The joint with Ja Rule. That Money, Drugs, Murder for Life. Like, I mean, I get it. It's always going to be kind of hard for Bleek to step out of the shadow with Jay-Z, but don't sleep. Like, Bleek's got some hits, and I always loved the energy and swag he brought. You know, his presence as an MC. Bleek's always kind of had that attitude, and that's probably why, because everyone always wants to son him like he's, you know, just Hove's little homie or whatever, you know. But I'm fucking with Bleek's music, and personally, I don't know, like, I'm all about Lloyd Banks. Again, I've talked about him numerous times on the channel. Anytime Banks somewhat hits the news, I try to get in and make a video about it, keep his name alive. You know, I think it's almost criminal that his career didn't get to bigger heights and stuff like that. You know, I like seeing him collab with Griselda and everything lately, and we know he had the course in Inevitable too. So he's keeping his name alive, but I don't know why. I'm kind of liking the idea of seeing Bleek on the versus stage against Juelz. I want to know what y'all think, though. Hop in the comments, join the debate. Who would you rather see? Whose catalog goes harder? Like I said with Juelz, them 2 albums, right? From Me to You, What the Game's Been Missing, both bangers. But then obviously that big gap in his discography. Like, of course, he's got a lot of mixtape-ish and everything like that. But when it comes down to it, who you got? Who's got the better catalog? Banks, Juelz, Banks. Let's talk about it all in them comments. Thanks for tuning in. This has been another episode of Coffee. I'm out of here. I'll catch you guys on the next one. Don't forget to subscribe. If you're new, we talk music, news, sports, current events, life, and much more every day. And I'm gone.